Who's going through changes? I am. Are you? I got a few bits of advice, at least that have helped me. I've learned from some really successful people. I've also met a lot of people who believe themselves to be successful that were failing from the inside out but didn't realize it. And then sooner or later, they externalize their failure and throw it at everybody else. Basically, what that means is they like to tell other people how much they're failing so they don't have to admit it themselves. Now, I'm going to give you some tips right now to prevent you from failing ever again. Rule number 1, recognize the value of simple ideas, your simple ideas and other people that give them to you and how to utilize them properly. Rule 2, be patiently impatient. Don't play with time. It's not a joke. It's not fuckery. Don't invest your time in trying to judge, criticize, hurt other people. Instead, try to build, improve, benefit yourself by these same judgments that you're throwing at other people. Use them towards yourself and make the most of time. Don't BS your own self and act like using your energy to judge other people and tell them what to do is going to help you somehow. It doesn't, okay? Next one, be gritty. The key is not necessarily having the stomach for failure, but having the strength to feel what feels like an endless amount of resistance. It's still not an ability to move forward or upward. You've got to deal with that. That pressure is going to make you who you are, turn you from that piece of coal into that diamond. Be gritty. It's not about being okay with failure. It's accepting nothing less than success, no matter what avenue it takes, even if it's not what you planned, all right? That simple idea gets complicated when you're following through on it because this universe is full of chaos. You've got to be ready to adapt and be gritty and just deal with it all, okay? Also, develop great oratory skills, which is very interesting because when I was talking about being gritty, which is specifically what I'm going through right now, there was hesitation in my ability to say it. My oratory skills did not translate what my mind and my emotions were combining to express in this message, all right? Great oratory skills will allow somebody to listen past 30 seconds. That's on the observation side. When you're speaking, you're connecting directly to someone's consciousness and someone's wisdom and knowledge, things that they know intuitively. It registers, all right? And it allows your message to spread further. And hopefully something in this message is benefiting you guys and it will spread. So please share. Thank you. Also, grow thick, armor-plated skin. Now, this is really crazy. I announced last week, this is fucking awesome and crazy. Part of my language, but at the same time, it's excitement. It's an expression of the enthusiasm inside of me. I announced last week that the physical location that we've been running for a few months here, about 6 months, and 7 years. Now, you hear that? 7 years. Do you have a fitness facility? Did you think you wanted to judge me for closing mine in a single physical space? How long have you been around? Do you even know who you are yet? Have you even gotten into career adolescence yet? I don't believe you have, because if you're judging somebody who's transforming, that means you haven't reached cocoon phase, transformation, metamorphosis phase yet, so you don't understand it. You're a caterpillar walking on the ground trying to tell a butterfly how they should fly. Does that make sense? I don't think so. So what's really interesting is what I've cultivated in the past week is this armor-plated skin almost. I've had former trainers, losers, like life losers, 40 years old, living at home with their parents, acting like they've made success for themselves and are living off their girlfriend's dime, and everybody knows this. They've been reaching out to try to talk shit, but they haven't really been talking shit. The truth in the message is, when I don't take it personally and objectively, or when I don't take it subjectively and personally, I see it objectively, they're actually asking for help. Literally every person that's reached out has been asking for a validation or some physical help now that they know everything's transitioning for me, and they cover it in a disguise of their unconfidence, right? Which is reflecting in, let me try to talk down to him a little bit, but at the same time put more of the message. 90% of the message is them begging me for attention and help. And I saw that very clearly because I got this rhinoceros skin now. You can't hit me with an arrow. You better get a fucking 50 caliber bullet in an automatic rifle to try to knock me down, because otherwise it ain't gonna happen. And you need to cultivate that as well. This thick armor-plated skin, so anything anybody throws at you just bounces off and you keep your center right where it needs to be. And what will happen is people always misjudge things. They only see, this is like the glacier, the iceberg, right? They only see this top 10%. They don't know 90% of what's underneath. Most people don't realize, and I'm not even announcing this to people, this video will be out there, but I only have a few subscribers on my YouTube right now. The Instagram will get more hits. But in time, people will see that what I'm saying here manifests, right? Watch this. It makes the most sense to close this limited physical location. And I have, count this, 4 facilities. One of them I would say is probably about 20,000 square feet. Let's say it's 10,000 square feet at the minimum. It's probably bigger than that. The other facility is about 8,000 square feet. Another facility is about 3,000 square feet. And another facility is probably about 3,000 square feet. Now let's add those up. 15, 20,000 square feet. Here, I'm in just under 2,000. And in a matter of 2 weeks, I will have quadrupled to quintupled the operation. I will also have decreased substantially by close to $5,000, $6,000 a month my personal overhead. So I'm eliminating all that money I was paying out to allow this to happen. I'm gaining 4 to 5 times the space and the potential clientele to fill it up with for nothing. I also have set up a deal. I should say we, because there's a bunch of us doing this in the Life Force training segment. We've set up an opportunity with a non-for-profit outdoor camp, which is about a 100-year-old nature preserve, 162 acres, you hearing that? That we're going to be teaching Life Force fitness on, trail running, obstacle course running, meditation, species finding, tracking, how to identify harmful herbs and plants and berries, and how to identify edible and beneficial herbs, plants, berries, and species of this northern New Jersey region. So from 2,000 to almost 200,000 square feet in a matter of a couple weeks. Now, when you hear something, realize that what you hear is probably only 10% of it, and 90% is what you cannot perceive. So keep an open mind to what the universe has in store for you, because it may blow your mind or it may open your mind, and it's all completely based on what you've set your mind to. Now, lastly, this is transitioning from the last point I made, but connect with people outside of your community, outside of your personal network. I was, with 4 walls around me, finding myself trapped, not knowing how to properly grow my brand and what would be the most effective and efficient way to allow these temple kinesis, life force, energy trainings, these true ascension techniques